technology, electronics, and AI, there was a growing emphasis on STEM education, and it has not gone unnoticed by Troy University. Wednesday morning, university officials announced the opening of a new college that will be focused on engineering.
Well, I think this is really a leap forward for Troy University. You know, over its entire history, Troy has tried to change and evolve with the needs of the state. And right now we're seeing an increased demand for STEM fields.
The soft sciences, the social sciences have moved on to other locations, and what remains is just nothing but the hard sciences. And so the College of Science and Engineering will be involved only in the hard sciences.
Menon believes this focus on hard science will allow for development of other Troy programs as well.
This is important as we advance our curriculum, as we bring on more engineering programs and very technical programs. We cannot teach out of old textbooks. We have to advance knowledge.
Palmer expects the newly established college will grow the university in other ways.
I think this move in creating the engineering program will help us attract students to this institution that I think in the past have not even given us a look. If they find out we don't have engineering, that's where the interest stops.
Executive Vice President of the Business Council of Alabama, Clay Schofield, believes this new development will also benefit Alabama as a whole.
This is the future. This represents jobs of today and jobs of tomorrow. Troy being on the front end and ahead of the curve to make sure that they're preparing students is impressive, and it's important, and it's forward-thinking, and we're just excited to be a part of it.
Part of the morning's press conference included the announcement of a new undergraduate program, the Bachelor of Science in Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Ty Davidson, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
It takes more than ambition to make a difference. It takes something real. It takes real work, breakthroughs and push-throughs, and an opportunity that changes everything. It takes real vision that shapes leaders, and real support that empowers you in all ways. It takes that real defining moment. That moment you could have stopped, but you didn't. It takes the real you, becoming who you were meant to be, discovering who you've always been. So everything you learn here prepares you to lead out there, to spark change, to build legacies, to make a real difference. Troy University. Always real, always Troy.
A lot can happen in a day, and most of it can't be summed up in a headline or subject line or 140 characters. So when you're ready to know more than just what's happening outside your window, around the country, and across the globe, we'll bring you the voices who can tell you why.
This is All Things Considered.
Listen every afternoon from 3 to 5:30 p.m. on Troy Public Radio.
The Troy Trojan Vision app is now available for smartphones and smart TVs. Download it from the Apple App Store, Google Play Store, Fire TV, and Roku to stream live Troy Trojan Vision News shows. Listen to Troy Public Radio. Watch video on demand and more. Get the Troy Trojan Vision app today and stay informed anytime, anywhere.
It takes more than ambition to make a difference. It takes something real. It takes real work, breakthroughs and push-throughs, and an opportunity that changes everything. It takes real vision that shapes leaders, and real support that empowers you in all ways. It takes that real defining moment. That moment you could have stopped, but you didn't. It takes the real you, becoming who you were meant to be, discovering who you've always been. So everything you learn here prepares you to lead out there, to spark change, to build legacies, to make a real difference. Troy University. Always real, always Troy.
say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the air. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
May we bow our heads in gratitude for a word of prayer. God, I ask you to help the graduates look forward to their next steps and find a sense of purpose. Surround those who are graduating with your grace. May they serve others and be aware that you are with them always. Bless them with hope so that they move into the future with eager and open hearts. Aid them to put knowledge, skills, and insights into the careers that they have gained through their education to use for the good of all people. Inspire them to believe in the goodness of life, even when faced with challenges and difficulties. As they commence with their lives, may they grow ever more graceful and wise. All of this we ask you in the name of Jesus, your beloved Son. Amen. En el nombre el Padre, Hijo, Espíritu Santo, in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Please be seated. Good evening, and welcome to Troy University's Montgomery's campus of our graduates in the ceremony this evening. These graduates join the ranks of more than 175,000 Troy alumni throughout the United States and the world. Tonight's celebration marks 139 years of teaching and learning excellence for Troy University. At this time, it is my pleasure to recognize the members of the platform party and our special guests in the audience. As I introduce our platform party, I would ask that each one stand and remain standing until I complete the introductions. I would also ask the audience to please hold your applause until I have finished with this group so that we may recognize everyone at once. On the platform tonight, on my left, Troy's Chancellor, Dr. Jack Hawkins Jr. Tonight's guest speaker, Mr. Mark Bunting, Vice President and General Manager of WSFA, who will be more formally introduced later in the program. From our Troy University Board of Trustees, Vice President Pro Temp, the Honorable General Edward F. Kroll. Others from the university leadership team, on my right, Senior Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Dr. Carrie Palmer. Dean of the Graduate School and Associate Provost, Dr. Mary Ann Templeton. Program, Ms. Ann. College of Education and Behavioral. Also on stage, Associate Professor, Department of Teacher Education, who carries the university mace tonight, Dr. Shirley Farrell. Our Faculty Marshal and Coordinator of the Associate Science of Nursing Program, Dr. Amanda Dunnigan, and our Grand Marshal and Professor and Director of Academic Operations, Department of Psychology, Dr. Kanessa Doss. Please join me in recognizing these individuals. Thank you. We consider all of you special. However, we also have with us a few guests and friends in the audience that I would like to introduce. I would ask each one to please stand as I make your introduction, and then you may sit down. I would also ask once again for the audience to hold your applause until everyone has been recognized. Joining us to honor our graduates are the wife of our guest speaker, Mrs. Melody Bunting. Okay. The wife of Dr. LaGary Carter, Mrs. Tanya Carter. The Associate Vice Chancellor of University Registrar, Ms. Kim Shaver. Okay. Please join me in 42nd Air Base Wing Commander Dr. Shamika Tolliver. Okay. And the wife of Dr. Palmer, Mrs. Robin Palmer. Okay, please join me in welcoming them as well. Our next speaker needs little introduction. Dr. Jack Hawkins Jr. has led Troy University through a period of growth and expansion that spans over 36 years of service to our university. His vision has created a university that serves the educational needs of students not only in Alabama, but also throughout the United States and the world. He has long recognized the need for our graduates to not only be prepared academically, but to be globally minded and leaders in their respective areas of employment and their communities. Dr. Hawkins has served our nation as a combat decorated Marine officer, and he has received numerous local, state, and national awards in recognition for his accomplishments in higher education and service in his community, the state of Alabama, and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium Chancellor of Troy University, Dr. Jack Hawkins, Jr.
Thank you, Colonel Smith, and welcome. I love that Anglo-Saxon word, when broken down, suggests it is well that you have come. Welcome, and we certainly mean that as we welcome the most important day of the year, especially for our graduates, during a very exciting time, too. I bring you greetings on behalf of our Board of Trustees. It's certainly a special day. Christmas is a special time for families, and family values are important at Troy University. Families are important, and graduates, the older one gets, the more he or she realizes it's about relationships. It's not about things or money or those other things that may seem important. Relationships, and that always begins with family. I'd like to ask the family members of our graduates who are here this evening, and there are many, to please stand up and let all of us, particularly our graduates, say thank you for your investment of time, maybe some financial resources, your love and support. So if you're a family member, please stand up and let us say thank you. Thank you. We often maintain that and it's certainly true, the most important thing we do at Troy every day is to serve our students in an effort to add value to the degrees. So I want you to be mindful that your value tonight of that degree will change over time, and it's our intent to add value as each passing day comes and goes. But it takes a great faculty, and we have hundreds of faculty who would love to be here this evening. We have several representatives of that faculty who are on stage with us. I would like to ask the members of our faculty and staff or staff. Thank you. But obviously the stars this evening are the graduates. You come to us from 14 different states across this country and beyond, including Hawaii. I congratulate you on a major achievement. You know, less than 7% of the world's population have arrived at the point where you find yourselves tonight, and that's with the college degree, and I commend you for that. And so all of you in the class of 2025, as this year comes to a close, please know that you'll be called on to make a difference in your communities. And as I looked at your resumes, at your disciplines, I see quite a number in different areas, not the least of which is nursing, one of the most caring of professions one could become engaged in. But all of you are going into different areas, and I appreciate that. Embrace leadership. I think this country needs leadership today more than it's ever needed leadership. And you represent the beginning of that, because you will go out into communities that embrace you. As you do so, as I told graduates on Friday in Troy and yesterday in Dothan, just remember how important attitude is. Attitude. It's often said attitude determines altitude. It's interesting that research continues to bear out that 90% of the people in America who lose their job every year, they won't lose their job because they can't do their job. They lose their job because of a bad attitude. If that's true, and it's certainly true, then just the reverse of that is true with a good attitude. I encourage you to do that. Approach your work, approach your lives with enthusiasm. Nothing great ever happens without enthusiasm. These are exciting times for you, but they're also exciting times for what in the next few minutes will be your alma mater. We're very proud that this university 2 years ago was reclassified as a doctoral degree institution. In the spring of this year, the Carnegie Commission reclassified Troy as a research university. We have just announced our first engineering program in the College of Science and Engineering. Soon we'll offer a doctorate of chiropractic medicine on our Dothan campus, only the second in a public university in America. And it goes on. Soon we will offer the LPN to ADN program on this campus, and other program offerings are in the works. What we do, we try to do very, very well. And I think that's exactly what you're prepared to do as you go into those communities. But I do welcome you as members of the Troy National Alumni Association. And I come bearing gifts, and that is, or a gift, and that is 1 year's free membership in the National Alumni Association. But the president of that association, Judge Jack Weaver, asked me to remember but it'll take your commitment, it'll take your involvement. I challenge you to send us good students. I challenge you to stay in touch. I challenge you to go out and make that difference we know you can make. But I think Eleanor Roosevelt said it best when she said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." I think that's fitting as this commencement ceremony takes place here in Montgomery, the capital of dreams. Exactly 2 weeks ago, we observed the 70th anniversary of Miss Rosa Parks' arrest. And I might tell you that that occurred just across the street where the Rosa Parks Museum is located. That was on December the 1st, 1955, and it was there, on that historic location, that the bus boycott began, which led to the civil rights movement that changed our world. And Miss Parks even told us, as we worked with her almost 30 years ago, that she sat down so others could stand up. This is a historic place in which we find ourselves and in this community. But Miss Parks truly did inspire generations. She inspired generations, radically changing the landscape of not only America, but the world around us. Troy University shares in that history. I first met Miss Parks in the late 1990s. I might tell you she went to church here in Montgomery when she was a resident of Montgomery at the St. Paul AME Church. We worked with her, planned and built the Rosa Parks Museum that was opened on December the 1st, 2000. That was 25 years ago. That has become a landmark in this community and in this nation. We've had well over 1 million people to come and take a tour. And if you haven't accessed that museum, please take the time to go and see that story. It's a powerful story, and it speaks well to the best of humanity and to the best of America. Certainly my pleasure now to introduce to you a gentleman who is making a difference every day. His work is not unknown to you. You may not know him personally, but you know of his work. Our speaker is a public servant, a family man, and we appreciate his wife, Melanie, being here with him tonight. He's a community leader, Mr. Mark Bunting. He serves as the general manager of WSFA, an NBC affiliate, and one of the best stations in the Southeast. He's an outstanding role model for civic responsibility. He's a native of Elizabeth, New Jersey. His career began, though, after he graduated from Spring Hill College in Mobile with a bachelor's degree in communications and media studies. Mark became a businessman, and he's held important positions at stations in Mobile, Denver, and Montgomery. He made his greatest impact, though, as a public servant. He's currently a member of many boards, not the least of which is the Montgomery Area Chamber of Commerce, the Alabama Shakespeare Festival. He served as the chairman of the board for the Alabama Broadcasters Association, past president of the board of directors for Child Protect, and a former member of our own advisory board on the Montgomery campus. While at WSFA, Mark oversaw the donation of the old WSFA building to Mercy House. He's been a leader in raising funds for many different organizations. He knows what it's like to walk the talk. You know, when the walk and the talk intersect, you have real leadership. I think that's what you find in Mark Bunting. But I would close, as I introduce him, by reminding you of a very important verse that I think speaks to service that all of us need to consider. And it's written in the book of Matthew, I came not to be served, but to serve. I think that's the highest form of care for others, is when you serve others. Please join us in welcoming a true leader, an extraordinary man, Mr. Mark Bunting.
I'll start by saying it looks like a lot here, a lot of papers, but huge font, so don't worry. Thank you, Dr. Hawkins, for your gracious introduction. I extend a warm greeting to all during this year's fall commencement ceremonies for Troy University in Montgomery, Alabama. Greetings to the university's leadership team, faculty and staff of Troy University board members, family and friends of our graduates, and an extra heartfelt welcome to each of you, the graduates of Troy University Montgomery, class of 2025. It is an honor for me to be here with you as you celebrate this momentous milestone. In preparing for this evening's remarks, I did some research and noticed a fair number of graduation speeches over the years have started with the phrase, "Well, you made it." Well, that statement seems to me that you're finished. And who you will become has barely begun. The good news is that your years at Troy University Montgomery have laid the groundwork for your future. Hopefully, during your time at Troy, you came across the school's motto. In 1887, and I quote, reflects the university's commitment to holistic education, aiming for students not only to succeed academically, but to also make a meaningful impact in the lives and communities, unquote. Many of you have plans, you have jobs ready, not yet, but you have a general idea of what you want to do. And I'm confident that whatever you are in the process, you will end up just fine. I say this from true knowledge and understanding of what and who a Troy University graduate is. As you heard from my bio, I run WSFA 12 News. I am happy to report that we rely heavily on Troy journalism. Graduates from this program are some of the best prepared applicants that enter the world of broadcast journalism. On our staff, we have 15 Troy University graduates. They work in our sales department, news department, and master control. Now, I have told Dr. Hawkins on so many, I know you don't like what I have to say. I'm so sorry. Listen, we have grandkids, so we certainly understand. I've told Dr. Hawkins on so many occasions that our Troy graduates are the best prepared and are job ready from day one. No other school in this state comes close. I've told him this story so many times that he thinks that I have some sort of memory issue, as I mention it to him every time we meet. For the record, I do have a horrible memory, but I cannot help but speak the truth. Troy University has consistently delivered quality employees to WSFA, and I am certain each of you, no matter where you will go, you'll be regarded as such. I know this because I witness the quality of work from Troy University graduates every day. As you venture out into the world, you'll encounter high and low moments in life. I might suggest you also take the high road on those low points in life and cherish, relish, and even brag about the high ones. As an example, a low point in my life had me at the DMV to have my license renewed. The lady assisting me was getting ready to take my picture, and I stopped her to mention that the last photo was less than flattering, and it would be nice if she photographed me at an angle so as to lose one or two of my extra chins. It seemed like a simple request, and she says okay, and she takes 6 shots, looks at them, and then she starts laughing. And I said, "Is there a problem? Were you able to help me out?" And she replies, "Just for Weight Watchers." On the other hand, you can have a good situation happen. My beautiful wife, who was recognized earlier, is here with me tonight, and yes, I far outkicked my coverage, has heard this story many times, and honestly, she is sick and tired of hearing it, so let me tell it to you anyway. So I was at Publix the other day, and I was on my own little world, not paying attention, and I accidentally ran into the cart of a lady. And this lady was an elderly African-American woman, and I stopped her and I said, "I am so sorry, ma'am. I was not paying attention and did not mean to hit your cart." And she said, "It's okay. You're fine. You're fine." To which I replied, "You know, that's exactly what my wife says to me every single day." She said back to me, and I quote, "Well, she ain't lying." I took that in for a moment and then told the lady that I needed to be honest with her and that my wife, who I've known for over 45 years, has never once said that to me. I did tell her that I was so grateful for her honest assessment and that I was hurrying home to my wife to relay to her what she had just said. I thanked her for her kindness. The good things in life should be shared, and if nothing else, I now know that I have, albeit one admirer who shops at Publix who thinks I'm fine. I would like to share with you some thoughts and practices that have served me well in my career. Number 1, read. Read as much as you can and no more than the people who work for you or with you. Doing this increases your chance of leading rather than following. Knowledge is powerful. When you're done with an assigned task at work, do not go and sit down and play on your phone or do something that isn't related to work. Go to your supervisor, Tell them that your tasks are completed and ask if there's anything else you can do. I promise you, this is not the norm in the working world today, and it will make you stand out for all the right reasons. Help be a part of your work culture that is enjoyable to work in. You spend close to 60% of your awake hours at work. Why wouldn't you want to help make your workplace enjoyable? Set goals and stick to them. If you miss one, reformulate the plan and work to make up the missed opportunities. You had it as a goal in the first place. Failing to meet that goal does not necessarily mean failure. Your goal, for whatever reason, is just delayed for a while. Children can laugh up to 300 times a day. Adults only laugh 15 to 20 times a day. And learn from it, and don't repeat it. If you choose to produce an excuse or even worse, a lie, you will lose credibility, and rarely does one ever get that back. No matter what your stature is in life, treat everyone kindly. This means the CEO or the janitor. We're all just people, so do not let one zip code or wealth status or position determine how you choose to treat people. The last one I can't take credit for. This one comes right out of the Bible. It's the golden rule. Treat people as you wish to be treated. I promise you, if you take that approach in everything you do, you cannot fail. You will earn your diploma today. You put in the sweat and tears. It was challenging work, and yet you did it. Now it is time for each of you to decide what you're going to do with what you have worked for so hard, and importantly, who you are going to become. With your diploma, each of you now represents Troy University. You need to take what you've learned and earned and use it to influence at your workplace, community, and beyond. In closing, I'd like to share a story to you about an incredible person. I had a good friend and coworker. I've never worked with anyone with more grit, determination, and desire to succeed than this person. He had worked at WSFA for almost 26 years. It was his first job right out of college. Throughout his entire career at WSFA, he made sure his coworkers were informed. He treated them with respect. He offered to assist anyone who needed help. He did everything with grace, which is a rare trait these days. Though one of the kindest people I've ever known, he wanted to crush our competition every day. He worked tirelessly, rarely took vacations, and loved his job. I cannot tell you how many times I chastised him for not taking vacations. For those who do not know, our River Region community suffers from a great deal of poverty. This bothered my friend. So much so, early on he created WSFA Summer Fund and Food Drive and WSFA 12's Day, designed to raise funds for 3 local charities: Heart of Alabama Food Bank, Christmas Clearinghouse, and Toys for Tots. This year alone, over these 2-day events, we raised over $120,000, 23 tons of food, and close to 10,000 toys. 2 years ago, he created a plan for our news team to cover the topic of poverty through a news series consisting of 24 different stories. He then said to me, "It's great we bring our local poverty problems to light, but what can we do to change and improve the situation?" He said, "We always report on the problem, but rarely do we do anything to change it." He produced the idea of our television station hosting a day of action. This would be a 1-day event when state and local government agencies and area nonprofits, all under one roof for one day, joined to help the underserved. He organized it all. He was received the services they so desperately sought. My friend organized these wonderful events in Montgomery, Selma, and Tuskegee, while also running our entire news department. We had people come up to us during these events and thanked us, as they had been trying for years to get assistance. And it was our day of action that finally provided them with direct contact with those who could help. The person who was responsible for off campus in a trailer shared with 2 roommates. My friend Desmond passed away in October this year after a brief battle with cancer. My friend was a graduate of Troy University and is regarded, my apologies, as one of the best to come out of the Hall School of Journalism. From his first day at work to his very last, he never stopped. While battling cancer, he laid in his hospital bed watching the 6 p.m. news and was texting our anchor, Valerie Lawson, while she was on the air, letting her know that her earpiece was sticking out too far and she needed to adjust it. 4 days before he passed, he and I were in his hospital room, and he asked me to come closer, and he said, "Mark, all I want to do is go back to work." That is nothing but pure commitment to a job he loved. Desmond left his mark on WSFA and our community, and his contributions will never be forgotten. I have this pin made, like the one I'm wearing here, with the letters WWDD. What would Desmond do? I encourage our staff to approach any task or problem with that question. What would Desmond do? And I assure them that if they take that approach, nothing can go wrong. Desmond Wingard is the definition of what a Troy University graduate is and should be. I challenge each of you to make your own mark in your place of employment, in your life, and in your community. Your Troy University diploma is more than just a piece of paper. It will be presented to you today knowing that you now have your mind, body, and heart ready to make a lasting impact on those around you. Go out and make your mark in this world and be grateful for the years that you have spent at Troy University, Montgomery. I congratulate each of you, and I wish you nothing best for you and yours. Go Trojans.
Thank you, Mr. Bunting. It's often said that you play the way you practice, and the way that Mark just described Desmond is exactly the way he practiced as a student 26 years ago, and I think that was sage advice. Mark, thank you not only for your humor, but your inspiring words, your wisdom, and also for that powerful tribute to a wonderful young man. Please, let's say thank you once more to Mr. Mark Bunting.
We now come to that moment in our program where we have the honor to confer degrees upon tonight's graduates. With the candidates for the associate's degree, please stand. Dr. Hawkins, these candidates have completed all of the requirements for the associate's degree, and on behalf of the faculty, I recommend that the degree be conferred.
Thank you. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and approval by the Chief Academic Officer and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Troy University and the laws of the state of Alabama, it's indeed my pleasure to confer upon each of you the associate degree that you've earned. Congratulations.
Congratulations, graduates. You may move your tassels from the right to the left side of your caps, and you may be seated. Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree please rise? Dr. Hawkins, these candidates have completed all of the requirements for the bachelor's degree, and on
Board of Trustees of Troy University and the laws of the state of Alabama. It's indeed my pleasure to confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree you have earned. Congratulations.
Congratulations, graduates. You may move your tassels from the right to the left side of your cap, and you may be seated. Will the candidates for the master's degree please stand? Dr. Hawkins, these candidates have completed all the requirements for the master's degree, and on behalf of the graduate faculty, I recommend that the degree be conferred.
Thank you. Upon the recommendation of the graduate faculty and approval by the Chief Academic Officer and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Troy University and the laws of the state of Alabama, it's indeed a pleasure for me to confer upon each of you the master's degree you have earned. Congratulations.
Congratulations, graduates. You may move your tassels from the right to the left side of your caps, and you may be seated. Will the candidates for the education specialist degree please rise? Dr. Hawkins, these candidates have completed all the requirements for the education specialist degree, and on behalf of the graduate faculty, I recommend that the degree be conferred.
On the recommendation of the graduate faculty and approval by the Chief Academic Officer and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Troy University and the laws of the state of Alabama, it's indeed a pleasure to confer upon each of you the education specialist degree which you have earned. Congratulations.
Congratulations, graduates. You may move your tassel from the right to the left side of your cap, and you may be seated. Thank you.
Will the graduates who have earned the associate's degree please come forward one row at a time to receive your diploma? Elizabeth Clark Alford. Ashley Brinson. LaTanya Brown. Alexia Cox. Crushetta Fleeton. Alicia Joanna Green. Caitlin Chavers Green. Jada Harris. Shanice Hill. Tiara Marche Martin. Mackenzie Faith Melnick. Jamie Peyton Morgan. Mary Catherine Ovison. Tamia Lanice Purdom. Emily Cavada. Paige Mackenzie Reeves. Janae Reynolds. Chastity Rhodes. Lily Deanne Rhodes. Tanya Angelette Rhodes. Abigail Shepard. Abigail Upton. Justice Elena Walker. Jennifer Wallace. Catherine Wilkes. Shanetta Shuford Williams. Takayla Tiara Marche Williams. Tracy Ann Woods. Monica Danielle Young.
Will the graduates who have earned the bachelor's degree in the College of Arts and Humanities and the Sorrell College of Business please come forward to receive your diploma? Quinicia Hammonds Brackett. Eddie Mack Brown III. William C. Humphrey. Jeannie A. Mayo. Tracy Michelle Stanton Maddox. Ebony Cheyenne Chambliss. Otisha Levinsky Green. Tracy Hammond, summa cum laude. Brianna Lee Thornton.
Please rise and come forward to receive your diploma. Savannah Lane Christian. Pamela Delise Davis. Devontae Jamal Dennis. Emily Williams Fazakis. Kimberlyn M. Gentry. Jamira Cecilia Graves. LaShonda Michelle Howell. Talia N. Jackson. Jasmine Delise Scott. Colby Jaleel Young. Yerilyn S. Young.
Will the graduates who earned a bachelor's degree in the College of Health Science and the College of Science and Engineering please come forward to receive your diploma? Alexandria Danae DeRamus. Corrine Dunaway. Stephanie Marie Harper, cum laude. Rionyx Jose Seawright, cum laude. Jennifer Jackson. Tremira Jackson. Natalia Knight. Gabriella Doan Lindsay. Shakaria Latrianne Mason. David Jaden Parks. Brianna Monique Wilson. Connor Russell Burris. Aaliyah Diamond Lachey Jenkins.
Will the graduates who have earned the master's degree in the College of Arts and Humanities and the Sorrell College of Business please come forward to receive your diploma? Christopher Holloway. Faisal Alai. Torian Tavante Benton. Robert Black. Alicia Ann Carter Siraj. Timothy Hardnett. Angel Johnson. Jalen Krishan Jones. Everett C. Lanier III. Valerie Teresa McGee. Veronica Miller. Kaylin Elizabeth Robinson. Lori Andrea Smith. Brady Teakin.
Will the graduates who have earned the master's degree in the College of Education and Behavioral Sciences please rise and come forward to receive your diploma? Christina Maritza Atencio Brown. Sharquitha Gaddis Berg. Joanna Shad Chappelle. Lakivia Inez Davis. Aquila Morris. Caro Otillion. Andrea Latrice Pearson. Quintavious Rover. Danielle Sullivan. Caffrey Audrey Taylor. Katie Trotter. Christopher David Vaughn.
Will the graduates who have earned the master's degree in the College of Health Sciences and the College of Science and Engineering please come forward to receive your diploma? Monique Shantae Brown. Jasmine Monet Brown. Yasmin Monique Brown. Jessica Harris. Eugenia Jones. Haley Nicole Smitherman. Richard Glaze III. DeWhitney Shantae Terry.
Will the graduates who have earned the Education Specialist degree in the College of Education and Behavioral Sciences please rise and come forward to receive your diploma? Cantrice L. Nelson. Melissa Diane Reynolds.
Thank you, Dr. Hawkins, Mr. Bunting, and General Kroll. Congratulations to all of the Troy University's most recent graduates. Please join me in congratulating them again. We want to express our appreciation to all of you for attending the Troy University commencement ceremony this evening. Graduates, after the ceremony, just a reminder that we invite you and your family and friends to a reception in the Gold Room on the second floor of Whitley Hall next door to the theater. Now, on behalf of the Chancellor, the Board of Trustees, and the faculty and staff of Troy University, we would like to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday. We hope you will be back in the spring to continue your education. But if it might be a little bit too soon, at least recommend your alma mater to others. Now, the singing of the school's alma mater is a continuing tradition for Troy University. We believe that our graduates and now alumni should be proud of your university. The alma mater was written with that idea in mind by Troy's own Robert Smith and Ralph Ford. And you can find the words on page 7 of your program. We invite you to sing along. And now please stand for the singing of the alma mater, and for the benediction, please remain in place for the platform party and the graduates to recess.
Upon the mighty walls of Troy, we meet our lifelong friends to grow in knowledge, truth, and strength. Our journey never ends. With the promise of the future and the guidance of the past, we pledge pledge a solemn vow to thee, loyal everlast. So raise a mighty Trojan sword, a beacon to the world. Throughout the ages brightly shines the guiding light of Troy.
As we celebrate this milestone, let us show gratitude for the journey that brought you here, for the professors who guided you, the families who supported you, and the friends who walked beside you. May the knowledge gained here at Troy University, Montgomery be a light in your path. May God's blessings of wisdom, courage, and love accompany you always and in all things. May you educate the mind to think, the heart to feel, and the body to act. Amen.